So, to start with, child, we got a lot to update about, okay? Since the last time we were able to speak, I remember I was starting nursing school, like getting everything prepped, the supplies and everything. I took you on a small journey with me through the construction of my home. Well, time has passed. My husband and I, we've moved in. We're not all the way settled yet because nursing school has been busy, as I'm sure you know or will find out if you're watching this video. Right now, actually, I have all the boxes pushed to the side of the room until I get everything good for my background. However, the purpose of this video today is because I wanted to go over a few tips that I learned along the way to be successful during first semester nursing school. And before I return my books, I also wanted to share a few great ideas with you or things that I did. And I want you to have an example of the book before I return them next week. And also, if you hear noise in the background, my husband is doing a couple little things around the house right now. So just bear with me, okay? But I just wanted to get you this information because I've been receiving comments. And I want you guys to be as prepped as you can for your first semester of nursing school, okay? So, to start with, from my notes, I know if you watch the recent videos that I've done, I told you guys about the iPad. All I can say is get one. When I say it will make your life heaven, I purchased, I think this was the 12.9 inch. It was the newest one at the time. But when I say it's so helpful, you know, I utilize the app Notability, and later on I could do a tutorial on what I did to set up my files and folders on a separate video if you want. However, I say get an iPad, man. When I say it makes your life helpful, you can record your lectures if your teacher allows you to. And also you'll have, once you start your first semester, you'll also have checklists, right, that you have to do. So most students, I don't know if you guys can see it, these are checklists. So either way, these things could be pages long of information, steps you're going to have to do, like the head to toe check off and stuff. And it's just pages and pages of stuff. Everyone else is just struggling, taking notes. And I took notes too, but in case you ever miss something, you can always go back because you have it recorded on your iPad. Like, so genius. And then also taking notes in class. Everyone else, they're either typing, and it's like you're not taking in the full information. Meanwhile, when you have your iPad, you download your PowerPoint to your app Notability, or some people use GoodNotes, and you can just record, and you also at the same time, you're just writing on the PowerPoint, just like taking notes. And it's so quick, but majority of the notes are on there. You can just highlight the important things. And then also later on when you're studying, or if you're having study groups, you can go back, search the word you're looking for, and it will pop up on whatever you've written or what's on the slide. And when I say so neat, I can say one thing that goes towards my success in the program thus far has been because of that iPad. It's made my life so much easier. So I would tell everyone, if possible, look into getting an iPad. You don't have to have the newest one like me. I just like the big screen because I wanted to be able to, I don't know, I like space and I'm extra, so I wanted the big one. But regardless, get some form of iPad to where you can utilize Notability or GoodNotes. It will make your life so much easier, okay? So the second tip that I have is study your ATI book. I know with you guys starting, you're going to be like, AT who? You know, this is the ATI book, okay? So basically, excuse my nails, y'all. The struggle was real. I ran my PRT today, and after that, I had to go to a commissioning ceremony for one of my close friends. So proud of her, by the way. But I haven't been able to take care of myself like I usually do, so just bear with me, okay? But either way, your ATI book, study this. This is going to be your guide to all of your classes, really, because basically you're going to go through the semester and have to pass classes and, you know, the different tests that the teachers give you. And some of that information will correlate over to ATI. However, ATI, sometimes they ask their questions differently than your professors may. And I don't know, like it was a lot of people who do great on the teacher's exams for the individual classes. However, once ATI came, they didn't do well. On the ATI, when you receive your books, you also should receive a website information to do your work on, it's a thing on there called adaptive quizzing. Do that. What, Victor? Oh my God, now I gotta start over. No, you don't want your face, your name in there. Oh God. Okay guys, so I'm back. Sorry for the interruption from my husband, child. I love him though. But anyways, as I was saying, with your ATI book, boop, a lot of the things, the chapters you are talking about, or the subjects you're talking about, will be covered in the front. The teacher may not specify it specifically. However, let's say we're talking about therapeutic communication in 212, and your numbers might be different than my numbers in my school. However, let's say we're talking about therapeutic communication in your huge fundamentals of nursing textbook. Let me show you this big bad boy, child. Read it front to back probably. Oh, it's so heavy, Lord, I almost dropped it. But in your large fundamentals of nursing book, they'll have long chapters, like, you know, and it's hard to read all those chapters sometimes when you have multiple courses. However, let's say you're at the last minute of studying because you got other tests to worry about, and you go into your ATI chapter in the front, look up therapeutic communication or anything similar, and it will be in there. And then it's a condensed version with all of the main key items that you need to know. However, if you have time, I do say still read the textbook to see what they have to say, because it may be charts in there, something that will pop up on your exam. However, for like the main, like big ticket, like topics, you know, just go. Like, they have so many things, like let's say vital signs at the beginning. You might be like me to where you're fresh on the nursing scene. You've never done anything with healthcare, no healthcare experience whatsoever. Okay. But either way, you want to know more about vital signs, boop, vital signs, the thorax, the heart, and abdomen for like 226, boop, there it goes. Critical thinking, clinical judgment. And then it goes deeper in depth once we get deeper into our lesson, fluid imbalances, airway management, intravenous therapy, intravenous, okay, whatever. Look, everybody in my cohort laughed at me because I always say things different, but I know what I'm talking about, okay? But anyways, yeah, like it has so much information, dosage calculation, pain management, like so many items. So utilize your ATI book, still read your main course books, but if you're ever short on time, or even if you're not, pick up that ATI book because it does highlight the key points. Because sometimes those chapters, man, they'll be so long in the main books, that huge book I showed you. But when you go back and reread another day, or I read a little bit before I go to bed, the ATI book is summed everything up. It's straight to the point. It's a straight shooter like me. Pow, pow. Okay. But okay, so regardless of that, study your ATI book. Also, when I was speaking about the iPad, so this is my old iPad case. This is the one I showed you guys to get originally. Oh my God, was it cute? Yes, so cute. However, it did not have a holder in it for my Apple Pencil. One day I put my Apple Pencil in my nursing scrubs and I thought I lost it. I went and purchased a new one. And mind you, those Apple Pencils are like $100-something. I think it was like 100. Don't get me the line, but either way, it was money that I could have had. And I went thinking that I didn't have it. Turned out it was in my nursing pocket scrubs. But now I have a case. I can put the link in the description box. But now I have a case that holds my Apple Pencil as well. It's cute and functional. The other one, it wasn't as much. So yeah, about that. And I'll do another video as well with my lessons for those supplies that I showed you guys, letting you know the TLC, the real tip, as they say. All right, I'm corny. Let me chill out. So moving on back to our tips that I had for you guys. So I already told you about the iPad. Get it, man, if you can. And then study your ATI book, the dynamic quizzing. Afterwards, utilize any Facebook nursing groups that you're a part of, or any types of social media nursing groups, okay? And the reason I say that is because, like, a lot of people were paying for, like, Level Up RN and, you know, all of these different cards and study tips and stuff that you have to pay for. Oh, child, I hope I'm not blowing up the spot, child. But either way, you don't have to always pay for these things. It's people who've been through nursing school before we have, and people know how expensive nursing school is. So you can go on these groups, and man, when I say it's so much information, even if it's study guides that another nursing student made, and they're just giving back, paying it forward, as we should all do. You know, all of that information is there. Look in the file section and see, won't it bless you? Okay, because I know I was studying when I first started for a farm. One of the groups, I was about to pay money for a study guide, it was already in the group. You know what I'm saying? So look into the study groups. Also, it may be other students that are struggling with topics you may be struggling in. I go to the search bar, and let's say I was worried about pharmacokinetics or something. Then I go type it in the search and see, is there any tidbits or any certain nursing videos that someone utilized that worked for them, you know? So we're in the social media world, this generation. Let's utilize it for our advantage, okay? So yeah, and then speaking of YouTube, use YouTube to the best of your abilities. I remember when we were learning about electrolyte imbalances, when you get into all of the different lab values, or the respiratory acidosis, respiratory alkalosis, all that stuff. Man, the memorization of it all. It's hard sometimes when you're reading the book. However, when I watch those YouTube videos, I will say it was so helpful. So utilize YouTube to your advantage, man. I learned so much from YouTube. Even the heart, like, that's a big deal. Like, it's a lot of information to take in. But when they sum it up so well on those websites, it's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes just get on board. And I got on board, okay? So either way, utilize those groups. Another tip that I'll give is to download electronic versions of all of your books if you have them. Even if you don't use them, you may not use it now, but in the future, it will save you time, such as your nursing diagnosis book. Let me show you. When you get towards a certain point in your semester, you will utilize your nursing diagnosis book, and you will have to, some people, they have to type in word by word every little word. Meanwhile, if you have it electronically, although you read it physically, you can go and copy and paste the information so that you don't have to copy it and type it, you know, piece by piece. So if you do a book bundle, I don't know if everyone's school does something like that, but if you utilize a book bundle, make sure that your access code works. Download it as soon as you can and utilize it, okay? And yeah, and then also when the semester's back, although you've given that book back, you can still utilize the electronic version because you still have it for like years after you've returned the book. I probably won't return either that nursing diagnosis book or the small farm drug book. I should have brought that one in here too. Let me see if I have it. This one, the drug guide. I'm going to keep these two. So if you have a book bundle, do not return. These are some of my mentors from the other cohorts. This drug guide book. Do not return this book. And do not return that nursing diagnosis. Let me see. Don't return these ones. You're going to need them again, okay? So if you can buy them back from the school, do so because you'll need them later. Okay, let's see what other information. Let's see. Even if you're passing, I say it again, even if you're passing, review your exams, because these questions, any questions you miss, it will come back on your finals. It should, at least. From my little bit of experience, I can't say much, child. But from my experience, it will come back up on your finals. And that could be the point that make or break, you know, you passing or not passing. So I want every little wicket that I can. I want to hit every wicket that I can possibly, you know. So although you might be doing good, although you may be doing comfortable and, you know, you don't need any help, utilize your teachers, utilize your, you know, tutors, because most schools have a tutor for free. By the way, don't be paying for no tutor that is trying to offer services on these little Facebook group pages and stuff. Go to your school offers them for free, okay? But either way, I ask questions, get with your professor, go over your exams, and just know what you missed. And if you don't understand the rationale of why you missed it, figure it out, because the question, you will see it again. And if you don't see it again this semester, you're probably going to see it the next semester, because all of this is the foundation stuff is coming back. So if you're not sure on something, get sure on it. What we say in the military, be smart, okay? So the last thing that I will say, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. I repeat again. Give yourself grace. Because you're going to need it. You get what I'm saying? Nursing school is no joke. I was an A student all the time. And I remember when I first started, I was like, Lord, why do I keep getting B's? Why am I a B student? You know, meanwhile, there's other people that might be C students. And mind you, you need to have a certain exam average. That's separate from your cumulative grade. Totally different. You could pass the class, but if you don't have that test average, you're done. Like, give yourself grace, okay? You might be used to being the A student, but it's different. Give yourself grace. I had a few friends that didn't make it to the end of the semester, unfortunately. However, give yourself grace. You watching this video, you might be one of those people who had that same experience for your journey. Give yourself grace. I mean, like I said, for a lot of us, we're new to this. We've never had any healthcare experiences. Some people, they're fresh out of high school. You know, you might have to change how you learn, change how you study. You know, it's a journey. No one's journey is the same. Everybody's steps are ordered differently. You just have to know that your end goal is going to be the same, okay? So don't stress. You know, you might not get the grade you want in the test, but focus on what you can do better for the next time and what you could have done differently for the past. When you're starting this semester, don't let up. Some people, when they came into the semester, they were kind of coasting like, oh, like, you know, I could take it easy. No, you go hard in the paint every time like it's your last, because you don't want to be waiting to the last minute and have to get a certain score. So if you could go hard at the beginning and, you know, what we call in military, sustain superior performance, do so, because you don't want to be struggling at the last minute. And if that is you, that is fine, but still give yourself grace, because everything happens for a reason. Your best is hard to beat. Don't give up. You know what goal you had in mind. And the last thing I'll say, nursing school is challenging to get into. So if you were able to be accepted, you're special already. If you weren't accepted, you still special. Now, I ain't trying to come for nobody neither. But either way, you did something great. You're doing something great. Give yourself grace. You got this. Meanwhile, I'm about to go study for my last exam, you guys, in pharm. Wish me luck. I'll be back afterwards, and I'll be more around, more present with you guys. But man, when I say nursing school, it's been busy, man. It's been challenging, but I'm making it, and I'm living still, and I'm loving life. So I'm grateful for this opportunity. I hope you guys are. If you're going into your nursing journey, I wish you the best. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to cover any videos or talk about anything that I didn't talk about, let me know, and I'll do so the next time I see you guys, which will be soon. So in the meantime, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm just so proud of the responses and feedback I've received so far. I hope I'm able to inspire somebody or teach you something along the way from my journey. And for the last time tonight, because I got to go study for this pharm exam, please pray for me. Yes, honey.